Acosta visits KTM HQ amid bankruptcy news. Marquez ends partnership with Red Bull. Stay tuned. Watch until the end. The MotoGP paddock has been abuzz with speculation surrounding KTM's financial turmoil, a situation that casts a long shadow over its premier-class racing ambitions. Recent developments reveal that KTM, a cornerstone of motorcycle racing, is grappling with a severe financial crisis. The company's restructuring efforts come amidst declared bankruptcy, a staggering debt of nearly €3 billion, approximately 50.9 trillion rupiahs, and devastating workforce reductions with up to 800 employees expected to lose their positions by year's end. For those remaining, the reality is equally harsh. Unpaid December wages loom, despite reassurances of future compensation. This precarious backdrop has naturally raised concerns within the KTM factory racing team, especially for its rising star, Pedro Acosta. The Spanish sensation, a vital component of KTM's MotoGP aspirations, made a pivotal journey to Mattighofen, Austria, alongside his agent to uncover the true state of affairs. Their mission was clear: gain clarity on the implications of KTM's financial woes for its motorsport program. In Austria, Acosta and his team engaged directly with key figures within KTM factory racing, including the influential Pit Bera, a central architect of KTM's racing vision. The message from the leadership was unequivocal. KTM's motorsport ambitions remain steadfast despite the storm in its commercial operations. Racing, they emphasized, is not merely a division but the very soul of the company. This commitment provided reassurance to Acosta, who had initially expressed significant apprehensions. The current situation is a stark contrast to the optimism that defined KTM's MotoGP program earlier this year. In May, KTM had projected itself as a powerhouse capable of challenging Ducati's dominance, buoyed by strong financial health and clear strategic intent. Yet in a matter of months, that narrative unraveled dramatically, leaving stakeholders to question how such a monumental shift occurred. Acosta's visit to Austria highlights the challenges faced by a factory team navigating the pressures of an elite motorsport series under financial duress. While KTM's leadership remains bullish about its competitive future, the stakes have never been higher. For Acosta, the visit not only provided reassurance but also underscored his role as a linchpin in KTM's quest to achieve MotoGP glory. Amidst extraordinary adverse approaches, the MotoGP community will closely monitor KTM's ability to reconcile its financial struggles with its racing ambitions. For now, the team has pledged its unwavering focus on the track, but whether that focus can withstand the mounting pressures off it remains to be seen. Marc Marquez, one of the most iconic figures in MotoGP, has been a long-time ambassador for Red Bull, a partnership that began at the very start of his illustrious racing career. However, recent developments in his professional journey have introduced a significant shift in this relationship, brought about by his move to the Ducati factory team, a team with its own distinct sponsorship landscape. Marquez's transition to Ducati, announced with much anticipation by fans and pundits alike, has highlighted the unavoidable clash between Red Bull and Ducati's primary sponsor, Monster Energy. These two global energy drink giants are fierce competitors, and their rivalry has extended into the world of motorsport sponsorship. This dynamic has presented Marquez with the challenging task of navigating a sponsorship conflict that directly affects his personal brand. During a recent appearance on Red Bull's service TV program, filmed at the energy drink manufacturer's Aviation Museum in Salzburg, Austria, Marquez shed light on the situation. The event featured not just Marquez, but also Formula One world champion Max Verstappen, another athlete closely tied to Red Bull. While the occasion celebrated Red Bull's sporting achievements, Marquez's presence underscored the impending changes to his partnership with the brand. The agreement between Ducati and its riders mandates that the team holds ultimate authority over the sponsorships displayed on its motorcycles, racing suits, and other official apparel. This structure ensures alignment with Ducati's existing commercial partners, including Monster Energy. As such, there is little room for overlapping sponsorships from competing brands. This policy has effectively forced Marquez to step away from his Red Bull sponsorship, marking a significant departure from a partnership that has been synonymous with his MotoGP career. While Ducati's sponsorship framework does allow riders limited flexibility to pursue personal sponsorships, these partnerships must not conflict with the team's agreements. For Marquez, this means that traditional collaborators like Red Bull, Oakley or Samsung are off the table. Instead, he has opted to highlight alternative sponsors such as Estrella Galicia, a Spanish beer brand with long-standing ties to his career. Estrella Galicia's logo will now feature prominently on Marquez's helmet and water bottle, both of which have received Ducati's approval. Despite the end of his formal relationship with Red Bull, Marquez's departure from the brand appears to be more of a temporary hiatus than a permanent break. Reports suggest that Marquez and Red Bull have mutually agreed to a one-year suspension of their contract. This arrangement preserves the possibility of rekindling their partnership in the future, potentially when his tenure with Ducati or Monster Energy's sponsorship concludes. Monster's current agreement with Ducati extends through the end of the 2025 season, with discussions already underway for an extension. This timeline leaves open the question of whether Marquez will eventually return to Red Bull or explore new sponsorship strategies altogether. In the interim, Marquez will adhere to Ducati's sponsorship guidelines at team events, wearing Monster-branded apparel and representing the team's commercial interests. However, in private settings and personal events, he retains some degree of autonomy. Even so, this freedom remains constrained by the need to avoid conflicts with Ducati's sponsorships. This development signals a broader trend in MotoGP and motorsport as a whole, where sponsorship agreements increasingly dictate not only team dynamics but also the personal branding strategies of individual athletes. For Marquez, the shift underscores his adaptability as he navigates the complexities of professional racing's commercial landscape. While the immediate future sees Marquez as a Ducati rider under the Monster Energy banner, his enduring relationship with Red Bull, both as a sponsor and a symbol of his racing journey, remains a significant chapter in his storied career. The door to future collaborations, it seems, is not entirely closed. What do you think of this unique shift in MotoGP sponsorship dynamics? Will Marquez's adaptability set a new standard for riders balancing team and personal brand commitments, or is this simply a byproduct of an increasingly commercialized sport? Share your thoughts and join the conversation. Hey MotoGP fans, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest action.